Hey guys, Mr. Jalapeno here with another painting DIY. And on today's project, I'm going to show you how I spray painted this bench here in the mudroom. The homeowner had some damaged parts replaced and now he just wants it painted. But he wants it spray painted for that nice spray finish. And so whenever you're going to be spray painting, I always recommend to set up a plastic containment. But before I start spraying, I'm going to prep this bench real quick. I like to use this Crawford's painter's putty to fill in all the nail holes left over by the brad nailer. As you can see, I'm just applying the putty with my finger and then I just go over it with the sanding block. You can also just use a putty knife to apply it, but I personally like this method here. I've also seen a lot of people use wood putty, but that stuff takes forever to dry. That's why I like to use this Crawford stuff. But you can use either or, it's up to you. Then I just went ahead and sanded down the bench a little bit. This is going to help get rid of any debris that might be sticking to the bench. I also used a rag to wipe all the dust off. And now it's caulk time. For this project, I'm going to be using this Alex Fast Dry from DAP. It's paintable in 20 minutes. And you don't necessarily need to get this one, but make sure that the one you do get is paintable. This one I got at Home Depot, so if you really want to get it, you could get it there. And as you can see here, all I'm doing is caulking all the inside corners. That way it seals everything up and it's going to look smooth. I always recommend to have a wet rag when removing the excess caulking with your finger. It helps keep the mess to a minimum. And now, the star of the show, Mr. Graco. This is what I'm going to be using to spray this mudroom bench. It's called the TC Pro Cordless Airless Sprayer from Graco. And no, this is not a sponsored post. I just bought it and I thought it was a good idea to show you how it works. I will have it in my Amazon storefront if you want to check it out. It comes with 2 DeWalt batteries and a charger. This cup liner holder thingy, not really sure what to call it. And then it also comes with a few liners. And this pump armor, which helps protect the components inside. Also 2 burp caps and a 100 mesh screen. This is going to help if your paint's a little dirty. And now I'm going to get a little bit of primer and I'm going to fill up the liner. Just make sure the paint's not too dirty and you mix it pretty good. You can also get bigger liners if you need it, but this one works pretty good for me right now. And honestly, in my opinion, it was a little bit overpriced. I do like the convenience of it being battery operated though. If you want a cheaper option, you can also get the Graco True Coat 360. But anyways, after I prep the spray gun, I like to shoot a little bit on the plastic. That way I know how it's spraying. You can always adjust it to get the finish that you want. The main reason why I got this spray gun is because it's perfect for little jobs like this. You can also use it for painting accent walls. I also used it on some of my outside furniture. And if you really want a battery-powered spray gun for small projects like this, then I recommend to get this one. But if you want to save some money and don't care about having to deal with the cord, then get the one I mentioned earlier. And as you see here, this is how it looked after I sprayed the second coat. I always recommend about an hour in between coats. And after you're done spraying, let it dry for about another hour. That way you don't accidentally touch your work while it's still wet. I also ended up painting all the walls in here in the mudroom. The homeowner didn't care if I used a roller on the walls. All he wanted was just the bench sprayed. And there we go. Look, the bench has been sprayed. Everything's looking nice and smooth. For bigger projects, I probably wouldn't use this spray gun. But for smaller things like this, it's ideal. And you end up with a great professional finish. Look at that. What do you think? Do you like the spray gun or is there way better ones out there in the market? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Jalapeno Solutions. Boom!